Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Abiodun Rufai. I film videos about school life, faith and my lifestyle. If you are new here, welcome to this channel. Feel free and let's get to know each other. If you are not new here, thank you so much for the love of my first video. Guys, I really appreciate it. So in this video, we'll be talking about my school story. My school story is going to be a series of episodes. So this is the first episode. In this episode, I'll be talking about my school journey. I'll be talking about how I've spent 8 years outside secondary school as a student. I'll be talking about my experiences, my struggles, and everything that came about this event. If that sounds like something you're interested in watching, please stay tuned. She joined me in prayer, and then yeah, she was my support then. Even though she also put pressure on me. My mom put pressure on me. It was not every time. I will not come here and cap. It's not every time that she was always supporting me per se. But there was indirect support and direct support. At a point she got tired. She was just like, "Oh, anything you want to do, do." But I knew deep down in her heart that she wanted the best for me. So I knew that it was in my own place to push myself. Of course. It was in my own place to push myself to determine what I wanted to do with my life. So I did not give up. I think on that fourth Jamb, I was just about to give up that since I was doing well for myself in SLT. What I mean by doing well for myself, I was leading my class. I think at a point in time I led my class, but I would say I was one of the top 5 in my class. So I was just like becoming complacent with my ambition to do Jamb again, and I was like, maybe I'll finish my OND. Of course, which was a great choice to finish my OND and come back for HND, which was okay. But I knew that something in me was just telling me that that was not my roots, that I was made to do more than that, that I should not settle for less, that I should continue. The passion was there. I was just tired mentally. I was tired emotionally, tired spiritually. And with this, I was still studying for my exams in school. And Yabatech is no joke. It is no joke at all. People that have gone there can testify. So that was a whole lot. And me also trying to process my life outside school. So like I said, eventually, they did not pick me for pharmacology. And they did not give me any other course. Like, thinking now, I'm just like, if they had given me another course, maybe a science-related course or something, I know that I would still have gone. Because in everything, I was not given any other course. I had friends that were in the same shoes, or I would say in the same boat together, and they were given other courses. But mine was different. They did not give me any other course. I was just there, blank. But that was that. And I told myself, I remember one time when I was praying, I told myself that I'm not going to do it again. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's just not for me. Maybe this is the path I'm supposed to follow, which is a good one. But I remember the following year, that was 2019, or I think it was end of 2018, I made up my mind again that I would try it for the last time, that I would do Jamb again. Because then I still do it. I still listen to stories of people that went to the university, people that found it hard to gain admission to the university. I used to follow this news on Punch newspaper then, the campus champions. I read about their stories. I just kept motivating myself. I gained interest by default in those things, like trying to find someone who was relatable to my pain, somebody who could relate to what I was going through, and I found a lot, and most of them conquered in the end. So I always told myself that, is this where you're going to stop? Where is the story? Where is this where the story is going to stop? And I made up my mind. My mom already knew I was not going to do Jamb the next year because she knew that I was already tired, and she too, she was tired, honestly. But I just made up my mind again that I will do Jamb again. And I was already scared that they will not support me anymore because, come on, they are humans too. And I told myself that I will save that money. That if they don't agree, I'll save that money. And I will buy that Jamb form. I'll make sure I pass it well before I tell them about it. But one way or another, I told my mom, and she agreed that maybe since it's what I want to do, I should go for it. So we told my dad, and we agreed, and I started reading. Guys, this was the peak. I read. When I say I read. I actually bought. I researched. I went online. I researched for like, I don't know how to explain it, but a particular book that people that run this UTME stuff have accumulated. So I bought that book. I ordered that book online. I have not ordered something online in my life before because I'm too insecure to do that. But I took the pain and I ordered that book online. That book was like 5,000 plus, where they solved UTME past questions and they put other guidelines. I don't remember. That book will still be in my house, but it was very big. It was as big as this. No cap. It was as big as that. And I bought that book online. I read. I was in ND3 now because, like I said, the program I was in Yabatech was a part-time course, and part-time course is 3 years. So by this time I was in ND3. I was in first semester ND3, and I was reading my ND3 books. I was reading Jamb. At a point, I started reading Jamb more than ND3 because I was like, I will still come back to this ND3. I just want to pass this Jamb and forget about it. I remember I resumed to the house I was staying in Yaba earlier than when I was supposed to resume because I started reading for this Jamb in January. I was reading before then, but like beginning of the session for me, I was reading day and night. I would wake up in the night. Guys, it was so tiring, but I was motivating myself. I prayed. Guys, I prayed. I was just praying that God have mercy, help me. I told myself that I did not want to do this again. I didn't want to do this exam anymore. I just wanted to pass it and be who I wanted to be. I prayed, I studied. I went for night class because of Jamb. When the full-time people were doing their exams, I also went with them to study for Jamb. So when we're doing night class, people are studying for their ND exams. I'm studying for Jamb. When my part-time program was not in session then, because I was just passionate that I wanted to do this. I didn't want to come back and write this exam again. I didn't want my story to end that way. So I did everything I could do. I did everything. A very remarkable highlight I could remember was one of those days after my class, because my part-time program was Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. in Yabatech. So my classes start from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So if I'm studying in the night, I will just study till morning in school, then go home. So I remember one of those days, after class, I just went upstairs to read. And before I read, I now said I want to pray. I opened my book, my test master book. That was the name of the book I was using then. And I prayed. I bowed my head down to pray. And I remember I was with a friend. I was with a friend, and we were far apart from each other. We used to whine ourselves as per boss, you're jacking, you're reading. But he didn't know. I don't think he knew that I was not studying for school exam. That I was studying for external exam. So he was whining me. We were whining ourselves. And I bowed my head down to pray. And I started to cry. I started to pray that God, I don't want to do this exam. That prayer was so long because I think he was waiting for me to like put my head back up, and he heard me crying. But I just continued that prayer because I was so into it. And I felt his hand on my back, like he felt my pain and started to console me that I should not cry.